Tai tiwi. Tēnā tātou. Tēnā tātou I rungi tāhuatanga o te rangi nei. Tēnā tātou I raro e te maru o Ngāti Tamakōpiri e tū mai nei. Nei rā tuku mihi kia koutou kia tātou. Ngā uri, ngā hapu, ngā iwi o Mokai Patea nui tonu. Tēnā koutou nau mai, aro mai, whakatau mai. Nei rā tuku mihi hoki kia rātou ki ngā tini aitua. Aitua kei waenga nui o tātou. Nō reira, takahia te ara whānui ki te rei, ki tua o te ārai, oki oki. Toi anu, me huri au ki a tātou te huunga ora, tēnā tātou, tēnā tātou katoa. Koina, nō reira, ka whakarōria ki tātou I runga rawa, he mau ngā ronga ki runga I whenua, I whakaara pai ki ngā tāngata katoa. Piti whanau horo mai te toki, haumi e hui e tai ki e kātira. This item of our agenda today is apologies. Can I please call for apologies to our AGM of the Mokai Patea Waitangi Claims Trust? Thank you.
The Tyrell Ball, he couldn't make it. Kurt Ball, who said he was coming.
No, we don't need any comment about that. The names will be fine.
Jesse Ball. Bruce Barton. Ross Martin. Anthony Martin. Huhana Hepi.
Kia ora. Any other apologies, please? Can I have a move and a second that apologies be received? That was Maura actually first. Maura Terina will take those as carried. Thank you. Okay. Okay. It's fine. What we have now on the agenda, and actually we've got the agenda on the board, so we'll just quickly run through it. We've got the minutes of the previous meeting, which we'll cover off very shortly. We've got the chair's report, that's my report, the annual report, financial, the appointment of the auditor, date for next AGM general business, then we'll close. So with that, Vinnie, I will move to the minutes of the past meeting. And those of you who are present will have copies in front of you. Unfortunately, those online won't, but just bear with us until we get through this. So I know that everybody's had a chance to read through the minutes. Are there any amendments to the minutes before I take them as being confirmed? You. In that case, can I move in a seconder of the last AGM held on 25 March 2022? Thank you, Mariah, and the seconder.
Aye.
Thank you, Terina. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Carried. Thank you. Right. Right, moving right along. And that's to the chairperson's report for our AGM. I'm pleased to provide the chairperson's report covering off the financial year 1 October 2021 to 30 September 2022. inclusive of an update report to the present time. It has been another busy time for the Mokai Patea Waitangi Claims Trust, the negotiating team in particular, and generally Mokai Patea Nui Tonu. Trusteeship has pretty much remained stable over the last year or so, although we were surprised by the recent resignation of Hari Benavides, representing Ngāti Tamakōpiri. She hasn't yet been replaced, but I hope this will happen in the near future. Earlier on in 2022, Thomas Curtis was replaced by Peter Fraser for Ngāti Hauiti. The other trustee vacancy we have is the position of Tumu Mokai. This has been vacant for some time now, and indeed I mentioned it at the last AGM. And while trustees have discussed the issue often, we haven't been able to find a suitable person for the role. Unfortunately, this means we are not able to provide a full report on any of the duties of the Tumu Mokai this year, except to say that the trustees and our team have managed to cover off any tikanga matters relating to that role during this period. Runanga elections. We're extremely close to completing the Runanga elections process with official results due out next week. I have reported previously that this process is an essential element of the Trust's mandate in ensuring that it fairly and properly represents the four iwi runanga of Ngāi Te Ohuake, Ngāti Hauiti, Ngāti Whitikaupeka, and Ngāti Tamakōpiri. It has therefore been imperative for the Trust to support each iwi runanga throughout the prescribed process over the past year or so. Not only to make the election successful, but to ensure the integrity of the election process has been achieved on all counts. And I'm confident that the membership and the iwi runanga will be happy with the outcome. I also acknowledge the mahi that has gone on behind the scenes, and in particular the efforts of iwi members responsible for maintaining and updating the tribal register. This is a thankless and often tiring job, but one which must be robust. Just touching on the Waitangi Tribunal, most of you will know that we have been waiting for ages for the Waitangi Tribunal to release its early report on landlocked lands. And indeed, I report on this from time to time. Well, you guessed it, nothing has changed, and we are still waiting. This is very disappointing, as we had hoped to utilise it in our negotiations. Nonetheless, I know that the negotiators have done extremely well on that matter. In terms of negotiations, with plenty going on in the negotiation space, the standout trait I've seen over the past year or so has been the absolute persistence shown by our negotiators. As to be expected, the process has been tough for them, but they are keeping the pressure on at the negotiations table. I therefore acknowledge the ongoing efforts of Tama, Piki Te Ora, Che, and Richard, who have been ably supported by our support crew, Leo and Lavinia. Regretfully, they have not been able to reach any delays, some of which have been expected, but others not. However, they have been able to lay the foundations of a solid negotiations position, particularly on key issues such as population, landlocked lands, the New Zealand defence lands, the Rangitiko River and special factors. I just want to remind everybody, though, that any settlement that is negotiated will be less than 1 to 2% of the actual value. This is the reality. This is our reality of any treaty settlement. So I ask that we all keep expectations realistic when the time comes. Finally, I would like to thank all our whānau, iwi runanga, marae, and trustees who have supported the trust and the claims process over this busy period. Ka nui ngā mihi kia tātou katoa hoi anō. Utiku pōtaka chairperson. Ought to be received. Thank you. Whoever was, I think it was Moira. Actually, sorry, Moira. I thought you meant like this. No. And second.
Yeah, I'll second.
No.
Auntie Kuia.
Auntie Kuia, I think it was. Yes. Thank you. Kuia, thank you. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Carried. Next, yes. Sorry.
Online people are saying that they can't see who's in the room. Maybe if we could just get the camera to do it.
If I
Let's
was
do a pan, maybe?
does it? Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. Let's have a see. Just for a moment or two, wave out. Yes, thank you, everybody. Thanks. Couple.